So yeah, hi. Can I remove my... ちょっと待ってみんな。ちょっとだけ待ってくれ。モニターオフ。というわけで、はい。So yeah, welcome to our, I guess, weekly Japanese stream. Well, not really like just Japanese, but Japanese lessons. So yeah, Rokuro Sensei is now here. So attention. I know this is last week we actually had like the basic Japanese lessons, but this time not so basic. Like I would probably call it upper level. So for those who have been, watching me already, learning, hopefully learning Japanese through me, yeah, I do alternate between the beginner's Japanese, JLPT, like the N5 equivalent, and the upper basic Japanese, the N4 equivalent. Yes, so with that, minna genki, how's everyone? So right now I'm actually using my headphones for for talking. It's kind of cold recently, so I'm like, ちょっと寒いなと思って。So with that, let us go and ta-da! So yeah. Let me just like open a bunch of stuff as well. And of course, since we're kind of like just chatting, well, learning Japanese technically, but I get disturbed at times. I get distracted, and the distractions are all of you. Okay, as for the volume, I hope this is good. So I know so yeah, I guess I told last time this is like basic Japanese, and then I guess I'll call this one upper basic Japanese because I would consider like N3 to be the intermediate, and then N2 would be the upper intermediate, and then N1 is basically your advanced, like top level. Of course, we have our song requests on, so go ahead, request your song, you know. Wait, hold on. You know what? Maybe I should go for my headphones instead. Maybe? What do you think? Let me just fetch my headphones real quick. Okay, what am I supposed to do? It's fine. It's fine. Whatever works. Okay, let me just like switch my audio source. Okay, I think this is more comfortable. At least for me. But my mic still remains connected with the headphones, so I'm just like putting it in the front. Okay, so before that, let's go ahead and go. Arya, それは大変だ。大丈夫、大丈夫。アーカイブ残すから、後で見てもいいよ。うん。Don't worry, I have VOD. I upload my VODs afterwards, so you can always, take a look at it afterwards. It's fine. So, okay, quick review of last week. No, no, last week, not really last week. Like, when was this again? Oh my god, this was last month. It's been a while. Okay, so we started with about like a set of of our vocabulary set. So we started with our vocabulary set. Oopsie. So we started with our vocabulary set. Where should I put my headphone? Like my earphones. You know what? I'll t- I'll have this weird setup. Hold on. Nope, nope, nope. This doesn't work. You know what? I'll just use my I'll just use my mic. You know what? Okay. This would. I hope this is better. Oh well. So, is this good? Okay, so going to our vocabulary review. This is from like last month, so I know you may have forgotten a bit. So we have 映画館 海外勢 Oh yeah, because originally in the reference book I used, which is Genki, the standard word for foreigner is gaikokujin. But there's like the more, let's say, threatening or the less friendly word, which is gaijin, which means outsider. Of course, nowadays we usually use the word kaigaize or kaigai niki to refer to a foreigner, like a person from overseas. And then we have kagu, kazoku, kanko, kekkonsiki. So kekkon suru is to marry. We have jishin, which is earthquake. 締め切り、週間、税金。卒業式。So 卒業する which means to graduate. 地図、電池、庭、発表、番組。この番組はグランドスポンサーの提供でお送りします。that kind of thing. Yes, that kind of thing. And then we have 予定、旅館、割引券。I think that's it for the nouns. And then we have e adjectives, 広い and semi. And then we have u verbs, 売る、下ろす。Orosu normally means to like drop, but in the case of like bank balances, money handling. So when you say orosu, it's to withdraw money. Then we have kaku, which is different from kaku meaning to write. So this one is different kanji. Sagasu, sasou, tsukiau, tsuku, hoken ni hairu. And then we have real verbs or ichidan doshi. Kiotsukeru, shiraberu, steru. Just like my will to live, steru. No. And then mieru. And then next up, irregular verbs. We have suru generally means to do something, right? But if you have noun and then plus ni and then suru, that means to decide on something. So for example, what do you like? You want water or soda? 水にするか、コーラにするか。じゃあ、水にしますね。And then as I have mentioned earlier, 卒業する which means to graduate. And then 予約する to reserve. And then we have adverbs and other expressions. 副詞またはその他の表現。We have 一日中 the entire day. けど最近について番 For example, 1番、2番、3番。目 So 1人目、2人目。So it usually requires a counter. And then もう一度。もう一回。No. I sounded sussy. And then afterwards we went to the grammar section, which is mostly just volitional form, because this is a huge an important aspect in the Japanese language, volitional form. So for the basically just add yo after removing ru. For u verbs, so from the u vowel, change it to o vowel and then add u. So for example, iku, right, becomes iko and then u. Iko. Tsukiau becomes tsukiao. Asobu becomes asobo. And then irregular, you have suru becomes shio. And then kuru becomes koyo. So of course, the classic example, like the classic usage of the volitional form is to invite someone to do something with you, with you. ねえ、今夜ホテル泊まろうよ。And then another one could be, 来月大阪に行こうか。And then for the third example, actually, so it's for the instances where you have decided to do something. あさって初太同人誌を買おうと思っています。So 買おう and then と思っています。So it's like saying your opinion, but if you use the volitional form before と思っています, that means you've decided to do that action. Which now, like this is important, but not really, but doesn't really require a long discussion, thankfully, So with that, we'll actually continue. Yeah, so we'll actually continue with grammar. So this is mostly like grammar for today's upper basic Japanese or N4 level Japanese. Will I be able to see, with this? Oh no, this doesn't work. Hold on. If you could give me like a moment. Not this. Where is it again? Oh, there. Okay. Oh my god. It's it's brighter than my future. なんかごめんなさい。えへ。あれ if you could like excuse me, I'm adjusting just a bunch of things over here, so okay, I think this is better. Yep. So yeah, so we'll be continuing our grammar lessons. Yep. Grammar or bumpo in Japanese. Etta. So actually, for the next, like grammar point that we're discussing, it'll be give me 1 second. Oh, there. All right. So teoku basically like you see te, right? So I know you maybe I'm sorry. I know you may be what you call it suspecting something. Rokuro, we have te over here. Are we using the te form? Well, yes, you are correct. So we are going to use the te form. But before that, let me first provide the meaning. You know what? Might as well put it here. So the connection is so it's a verb, right? Normally in Japanese, this is we call it teke. So we have the te form of a verb, Basically, plus oku. Uh, Rokuro. Based on like the function uh, of a te form, like what is oku? Because this feels like you have a verb, and then this feels like a verb too. Well, yes, you're also correct. This is actually from the verb. From the word oku, which means to put or to place. But of course, when we use the oku in this way, there's no need to write the kanji. We are not going to write the kanji for this one. Just keep it in hiragana. So what does this mean? So this actually describes an action performed in preparation of something. So the verb sorry. Okay? So let's actually demonstrate this with an example. Okay. Hmm. Oh wait, hold on, hold on. Mm, okay, so sorry, it took me a while to like think of an example. Can I just like get my shortcut pad? Where did I put it again? Oh, found it. Found it. Yeah, I usually have like the shortcut pad mostly for the undo button because we love Control Z. Okay, uh, hold on. I forgot like the kanji for soji. Hold on. I actually got the first one right. All right, so let's read this together. 明日、友達が遊びに行くから、部屋を掃除しておきます。Okay? So I'll put in the English as well. Yep. So what stay like in so the base form of of this one is right is sojisuru, right? Sojisuru means to tidy up, to clean. So like brush like broom the broom whatever. But yeah. So here is the room. So 部屋を掃除する right is the base form. So when you have 部屋を掃除しておきます that means you are cleaning the room in preparation for something. And that something is your friend hanging out at your place tomorrow. Okay? Okay? Any questions so far? We good? Okay, so let's have like another example for this one. What's a good example? Hmm. Off Paco? Eh? Off Paco? Eh? No, 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 no. だから、
Mm, it's actually like difficult for me to like formulate. I mean, I can formulate an example now, but I kind of want something else, you know? Not like the boring ones, like the standard ones. But you know what? Since I couldn't think of something, let's go with that option, I guess. Mm, hmm. Yeah. Hmm. I think this one works. Makes me think sometimes. Like I'm putting effort into like writing kanji here. Hmm. So normally in English, this this kind of nuance isn't really visible in a typical English sentence. But in Japanese, yeah, you'll have to these like nuances are actually actually like visible in a Japanese sentence. Remember nakya ikemasen? So so let's read together. 試験は来週だから勉強しておかなきゃいけません。So that means Okay, as you may have noticed in the English sentence, in the English equivalent, the nuance provided by teoku isn't really, visible, right? So that's one thing to be careful of. Okay, I think that should be it for teoku. It's actually pretty simple. Okay, any questions so far? Nine? Nothing. So let's move on. Honestly, for me, this is also like an important, topic. So using sentences to qualify nouns. So let's take for example, omoshiroi hon. Uh, eroi otoko. Let's go. So let's consider this. No, 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 no. How do I write this? So we consider this phrase basically. Uh, so let's consider the phrase eroi otoko. So we know that, the word eroi qualifies the noun otoko, right? In this context, in this phrase, right? Right? Because from what we've noticed here, this is an e adjective, right? So like a hot, a sexy guy, basically. Eroi otoko, right? course, it's not just noun plus no and then adjectives that can be used to qualify nouns. Of course, we can use clauses or sentences to qualify nouns. So let's consider this. Mm, okay, so let's consider this. 10年前発売した同人誌。So what is our main noun here? It'll be 同人誌. And then what will be the sentence? "10年前発売した." It is actually equivalent in English to this one. So the dojin I put on sale 10 years ago. Okay, so 発売する, which means to put on sale, to sell. Basically to like start selling. Okay? So usually that applies to like merchandise, food, whatever. Okay, so let's consider another example. So that hopefully you'd be able to see the pattern. Hold on, hold on. I'm thinking of something. Because I don't think we have learned the passive form yet, so I'll try not to use that. Hmm. Okay. So again, heya. So heya is room. Usually it refers to your own room. Or it could be just like a room in general. Let me check if I got it, if I have it correct. Yes, I have it correct. You know what? Since it's the same thing again, might as well not put the kada anymore. Okay, so we have our next example. 部屋の本棚にある同人誌. So 本棚 is a bookshelf. So it's basically the dojin in the bookshelf in the room. Okay? Of course, to be clear once more, so I'll just put, whoopsie, wrong color. Oh, Surya Ohio. Yeah, yeah. Well, it's no longer morning here. Konbanwa. Ah! Yup, as usual, we're being like look at these examples. Come on. Like who would make like Dojin as an example? I'm tired. I wish it's Friday already. Like honestly, I wish it's Friday already. Like, ugh. You know what? I'll actually listen to it again because I only did like a pass through. Like once everything should like subside, on my end, I'll try to like listen to it like with more intent, with more gusto. But yeah, I am excited for that. Hehehehehehe. Oh, I thought it's the final mix already. Oh. Hey. But yeah, I guess you'll be putting out like a video as well. I probably that's what I assume because that's like what everyone does, including myself, you know? Oh, okay, okay, okay. Okay, okay, version 2, let's go! Hehehehe. Yeah, same. I do have like a bunch of songs already like in my folder, but then I don't have the money to like commission the other aspects. I'm like, ah, ah. Right? And then let's have this third example. I don't need a dot here actually. Yep, I think we should be good. Right. Okay, now let's consider these three examples. So, 10年前発売した okay, sorry. 10年前発売した同人誌 So the doujin I put on sale 10 years ago. And then another example, then another 部屋の本棚にある同人誌 The doujin in the bookshelf in the room. And then the third one ショタフェスで買った同人誌 The doujin I bought in Shotafest. So what have you noticed? So we know, the verb, like the noun is all dojinshi, right? It's all dojin. But take a look at the verbs. What and what form are they? Shita, aru, katta. So from here, we noticed it could be past, it could be present. Right? But it's in short form. All right? So the connection is to use this kind of like, so in order to use a sentence to qualify a noun, the sentence must be in the short form. Okay? But then that's not the entire sentence. Because remember, this if for example this dojin, like if this noun is your subject, this entire thing becomes your complex subject. But your simple subject is Just this, right? Okay. So how do we, so let's try making an example. Like an actual like practical example. Uh, hmm. Hold on. Like, I have this tendency to make my sentence really, really sussy. Like sus. Like, you sussy baka. Like, kind of levels of, we love Waidang. We love dirty talk. I'll never be say so. Like, say so, what's that? It's a lie. It's a lie. Oh, okay. I'll make an example out of myself, okay? 반応がもう違う。反応がもう違う。like, I should be like screaming in pain, not moaning. Like, I'm sorry. Like, huh? Okay, let's have this example. If I could zoom in. Of course, of course. I know this is pretty long. Okay, so let's read this together. Oh, sorry. これが清楚じゃない狼が歌ったカバー曲です。So, えへ、いててて、いててて、いて、ありゃ、もう。クリくん、are you, like, you're probably running out of dojins again? Okay, let me, like, write the English. Okay, Arya. So let us identify you know, the clause basically, and the main, and the main noun. So actually, in this case, we have this entire thing. Okay, so if you will remove this entire boxed bit, you'll just have what? これがカバー曲です。So カバー曲 is a cover song. Okay, does it make sense so far? So if I like just hide this one, so you'll just have これがカバー曲です. So this is a cover song. But what kind of cover song? If we're going to that, like what kind of cover song is this? You would say, これが清楚じゃない狼が歌ったカバー曲です。So similarly here in English, in the English, in the English perspective, I think it's much, yeah. So what's fundamentally different in Japanese is that a lot of things are reversed. I've been telling this a lot of times before, but besides the subject, the order of things in Japanese are pretty much reversed. So the main noun that is being qualified is probably the thing you'll find at the very last. Okay? Like you have to read all of these just to, all of these tiny bits of information before everything gets connected by the fact that, oh, you're talking about a cover song. Right? That's probably like the point of confusion for a lot of Japanese learners, on which we'll just have to get used to it, honestly. Even I had to go through this process. We'll just have to get used to it. After all, this is Japanese. This is not meant to be a carbon copy of English. No, it's unrelated to English. But at least, where the sentence qualifier is located relative to the noun being qualified, right? Which is the important bit. Okay? Any question? Seiso is basically pure, like morally pure, whatever. Which I am definitely not. Ah! Oeroke no jutsu. Alright, I don't know. Okay, so let's proceed with another example. Meister-kun, thank you for coming. Thank you. なんかありがとう。no, no, 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 no. ろくろやめて、やめて。Stop. Okay, so let's go for another example.ちょっと待って。OK。やめてってあMy emotions are leaking out, but you know what else is leaking out? No, 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 no. Stay, Rokuro, stay. Okay, time to write. Ya vete. 最近、no, no, no, no. Hold on. So, just in case, boku is another way of saying me or, I. Because in Japanese, there are a lot of ways to say I or me or myself. Watashi, boku, ore, wai, yo, wagahai, watakushi, watakshime, chin, I think. Yeah, there's like a lot. Oh yeah, there's also, yeah, also ore, yeah. Ore sama, like, a lot. Boku ga saikin hamat. Mm, let's go for a game, I guess. Okay, what game should I mention in here? I mean, recently I've been playing. I don't know. Like I haven't been playing much besides the daily missions and stuff. So I can't say anymore. Like oh my god, what has happened to me? But then I guess let's base it on what have I been streaming. If that's the case, then it's Genshin. So let me just put in the English as well. So hamaru, which it means to get hooked. Okay, so let me just put in the required, like, the necessary markers and stuff. This way, it's much easier to see, right? What's going on. So, we have 僕が最近ハマっているゲームは or ハマっ I should use like ている but you know I'm stupid like that 僕が最近ハマっているゲームは原神です The game I've been hooked to recently is Genshin Impact. So, just like the previous one, remove this rectangle bit, like this boxed bit, and you only have game wa Genshin this. The game is Genshin Impact. But what kind of game are you referring to? Like, expound more on the game. Besides it being Genshin, What game are you talking about? When it comes to that question, this info is important. Okay? 僕が最近ハマっている. What game are you talking about? It's about the game I've been hooked to lately, which is Genshin. Okay? Any questions so far? Any questions so far? Okay, so let's move on to more grammatical, to more grammar. Or actually, no. Let's move to kanji. It's been a while since our last kanji. Let's go kanji. Yatta! So just for like, a review. So we actually did teoku and, using sentences to qualify nouns. You may be thinking, Rokoro, it's kind of short. Sometimes you wouldn't even realize how long it takes, for me to teach like the kanji bit. Like, for some reason, it gets longer there. Like, why? Okay, I have this line just for me, just as a guidance for me. Where do I write basically the next section? And then I can delete it now. So kanji in Japanese, well, it's also pronounced the same way. Or for those who are familiar with Chinese, it's hanzi. You know? Hanzi. Okay, itterashai. But then last time, what did we do for kanji? If can I check for a bit? What have I taught everyone? What was the last thing I taught in for kanji? By the way, you're all open to request songs, so like go on. Like please, dalegas. Zehi. Okay, I'm just checking my academia right now. My academia section. Okay. So the last ones I taught is oh okay. Okay, so let us learn. I mean, yeah. For I mean ever since I started streaming, yeah. For the parts you missed, just check out I guess the VOD afterwards. There's like an entire section here of grammar. But then since I'm literally like writing as I teach, like every professor ever. I remember like my math teacher being just like, okay, theorem. The expectation of x squared is, something like that. Like, gotta give it to your math professor sometimes. As long as they know what to teach, give them a chalk and a chalkboard. They'll go on for hours. I mean, sometimes I do go on for hours here too. Okay, so we're at the section where we actually have to learn kanji as well. Like I know hold on. What kind of sing should I do here? Okay. I think this should be good. Okay, so let's go for our first kanji. So this kanji means to die or death. So you're probably expecting already. Konnichiwa. Hi. Thank you for coming, lovely Trikan. And actually, I saw you followed. Well, I think I was out. I guess. Thank you so much for the follow as well. Okay, and the kanji is. Oh. Oh my god. You were coerced by by Kurikun. Oh my god. なんかごめんなさい. Oopsie, sorry. Okay. So I'll write in this section, like in a separate like blank space here, like how the kanji works. So how the kanji works basically is you have like the top portion first, and then 1, 2, 3. Sorry, 1, 2, and then 3. So that's like the left portion, right? Under the bar. And then at the right side under the bar, you have Rokuro. It looks like ta and he. You can think of it that way, sure, if that helps you. Like, I'm not going to complain. There was actually like a time in like certain social media spaces in like social media, like Japanese social media spaces, sorry, where the word she, like this kanji, is censored. Ah, pero Riku, 来てくれてありがとう。おはろく。おはよう。あ、大丈夫。まだ知らないよ。So, there was a time where this kanji is censored. So, what did we do at the time is actually used half width katakana. Like half width. So, if you're familiar with typing Japanese with your QWERTY keyboard, so it's usually either Google, I guess the popular one being Google IME, or Microsoft IME. Either of the two, you usually have the choices of the options of hiragana, full width katakana, full width half width katakana, and then you have like the full width romaji, and then half width romaji, right? You can use the half width katakana and then type ta and then he. So this will look like, if it's in half width, because usually if it's in full width, it looks something like this, right? We actually use the half width hiragana of ta and he to say shinu. To basically look like the kanji of for death. And that's how we quote unquote bypass the censorship. So yeah. Oh my god, like that was like a tidbit right there. But yeah. So let me try that again. So we have a bar at the top, and then a basically ta looking thing, and then there. So of course, this is a verb, so we should expect like a verb in the vocabulary. On which hold on. For some reason I suck at writing now. So here, shinu means to die. But then by itself, if this kanji by itself only, it's usually just a shi. So this just refers to like the very concept of death. So what else can we put in here for vocabulary relating to this kanji? Okay, who has watched Bleach? Who has watched Bleach? Like Bleach the anime or the manga? Who has read the manga? Ichigo is what? Shinigami, right? A Soul Reaper. Or hold on, let me just like rewrite this. So I know the English for Shinigami in Bleach is Soul Reaper, right? Oh, at least you have like some knowledge. That's all right. I won't really delve too much in the details, but it's just, relating to our next vocabulary relating to the kanji for death, which is Shinigami. So Shinigami is basically the god of death. So, or, Soul Reaper in case of Bleach. Okay? What else? Stai. Yeah. Yes, yes, yes. So, there's actually like some rules on Jukugo. Like, any like word consisting of several kanji is called Jukugo. Uh, I think yeah. So, or but yeah. So, when it comes to these kinds of like Jukugo, like depending on the pairing of sound, the next the next one may or may not get the Dakten. Yeah, it's hard to explain it right now. I had to review it before I get to explain it. Probably next time, special topics. By the way, I studied about that JLPT N1. Yeah, that was like N1 level topic. Like what? Okay, moving back, going back. So stai means corpse. So yeah, I know there's like a lot more examples, but let's keep these four for now. Like let's keep to four. Okay, so next kanji. So we have this kanji. So this kanji means mind or meaning. So let us actually get to writing it on a separate, on the right side, just like in a blank space. So if you notice, there's like three parts in there, right? The top, the middle, and the bottom. So the top is basically the kanji for to stand. And then the middle is the sun. And then at the bottom is the heart. So when you combine these three, it becomes. So you'll probably just have to flatten them, I'm afraid. So this. So stand, sun, and then heart. Okay? I know it'll take some practice, so I would recommend websites like jisho.org. They provide actually like animations on how to write the kanji. So if I try it myself, it'll be something like there. It takes a bit of flattening, but oh well. All right, so let's proceed with some examples of, or some vocabulary involving this kanji. So first is Imi. So imi means meaning. So usually this is you see this kanji in conjunction with other kanji. It's usually like not alone. Okay, so let's have another word. Iken. So we have iken, which means opinion. Like, not gonna lie though, some of these vocabularies kind of make sense when you try to analyze them each, kanji by kanji. But some maybe a bit of a stretch. Okay, so another one. Ishi or will. Like, if there's a will, there's a way. That kind of will. And then I'll introduce like probably another one. So let's make it like five. Yoi suru. So yoi suru means to prepare. So for example, oh, I want to prepare some tea. Oh, so, ocha o yoi shimasu. Something like that, right? Probably last example for this kanji we have chui. Chui is caution. So you've seen this when you play like some like games only in Japanese. So like, oh, chui, caution or warning. Or something like, oh, NSFW content. Etsoran chui this. So yeah. So the moment you see this, yeah, please be careful. Basically, caution. And that's it for this kanji. Okay. And then let's proceed with our next kanji. Oopsie, sorry. So this kanji means flavor or taste. Okay, who is familiar with Ajinomoto? Like the MSG brand. So Ajinomoto, like the Aji there is this kanji. So Ajinomoto literally means the essence of taste, which is what they're referring to MSG. Monosodium glutamate, which is basically the salt form of glutamic acid, which is like the flavor, basically. Like what you taste is basically the glutamic acid. Like the the umami flavor in meat, whatever, that's glutamic acid. But yeah, so by itself, it's read as aji. So if you notice, there are like two parts here. So the mouth or the box, and then at the left, and then at the right is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the first stroke is actually shorter than the second, okay? So this is just aji, which means flavor or taste. Well, or taste. And then let's have this another vocabulary. Shumi. So shumi means hobby. So for example, my hobby is moaning. Joke. No, 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 no. Arya Rokuro. Ah, I did not say shit. Okay, not at all. Nope. Ehe. なんかごめんなさい。But it could be anything, honestly. It could be anything. Like, what is my actual hobby? Sometimes I do not know myself. Like, maybe it's cooking. ね、真なる、趣味は多分、まあ、料理かもしれない。多分。知らんけど。I don't know. Okay, so let's introduce some more vocabulary. Oh, this one is fun. This one is kind of funny. Miso. Yes, it's that miso. No, I kid you not. This is the actual kanji for miso. Although for a lot of like packaging, like for a lot of like Japanese products, they just write it as miso in hiragana. Makes it easy to read for the kids too. And then of course there's the one earlier, which is imi, which means meaning. So that's also that. And then probably last for now would be, oh my god, this kanji. I don't like this kanji myself. So we have kyomi. Kyomi means interest. So if we say, oh, are you interested in this? So これに興味がありますか? So it's either you have an interest or you don't have an interest. So 興味があります、興味がありません。Or 興味がある、興味がない。Okay? So I think this should be good for now. We have like other kanji. Yeah, a lot more. So let's go with our next kanji. Yep, it'll take a while. So this kanji, which means to pour or to shed. Oh, what happened to my tracker? Sorry, my tracker stopped moving for a bit. I don't know why. If you could like give me a few moments, I think my VTube studio died. Oh, there, it's back. You know, the funny thing is, I actually like, I only have like VTube Studio on my phone, so that I can use my phone's tracking capabilities, so that my movements are tracked better on my VC when I go to VC face on my desktop. Kind of weird having all of those together, like bruh. Okay, so this kanji, which means to pour or to. Oh, you can think of it like that, yeah. Like for a lot of Japanese learners, you'll see like, uh, but yeah, you'll see like a bunch of like mnemonics in learning kanji. So some may work for you, some may not work for you. Honestly, whatever works for you, go for it. Like dalegas. Like the ultimate goal is as long as you learn. That's it. You know? Okay, so you can think of this as like maybe 3 parts. Maybe. Yeah, so 3 parts. So the one on the left is actually the kanji for water. I like, oh, Seiyuken, thank you for coming, Seiyuken! Yaho, are you here to learn kanji as well? So yeah, this is like the water radical. Normally, if it's just water by itself, it's this, right? But radicals are basically parts of a kanji. So when it becomes like a part of another kanji, it's usually like this. The above. So the left part is basically that, the water radical. Pretty simple. And then on top, just like this. And then the next one, 1, 2, 3, 4. Like this kanji here is the kanji for king. Yes, this is the kanji for king. The one here. Okay? So you can think of it like, water to the left, something on top, and then king. Like, okay, so let's go for some examples. So we know the moment we have this in the meaning, this will be a verb, right? Right? So first one, sosogu, which means to pour, like any fluid, whatever. So you can say, oh, can you pour me some water? Ito, you can say, oh, omizu o sosoide kuremasen ka? Something like that. So sosogu. It could be like fluids, whatever. And then let's go for like other stuff like the one we have earlier. Chui suru. You can think of it as, you pour your will into something. That means you focus your attention. Like, hey, caution. I need your attention on this one. Please read. So that's another vocabulary as well. And then we have, what else? Okay, so we have this kanji, chumon. Actually, it's usually with suru. Chumon suru, which means to order. Like, I guess you pour out a sentence. Like, you pour out a sentence. Like, huh? Okay. Yeah, this is one of those cases where the parts really don't make sense. Like, each individual kanji do not make sense that much. Like, okay, bruh, nande, why, naze, wakannai. Mm, hold on. I may have like other stuff here. If you can give me just a few moments, I think there are like other more vocabulary I can pull out, I guess. Okay, where's my mouse? Oh, where's my cursor? It can get confusing at times. Like, bruh. Just one moment. Mm, okay, knew it. Okay, so here's another word. Chusha. So we have chusha, which means injection. Yep. So I guess I know there are like other more vocabularies, but let's stop here for now and move on to like other kanji, okay? Okay, next kanji. Okay, this means summer. So this is how it's written. Oh my god. Can I just like adjust my sitting position? Oh, there. Okay, so I'll teach you like how to write it. So we have like the top part and the bottom part. So the top part is this. Oh, sorry about that. Right? And then the lower part is this. One, two, three. So if we'll combine these, so we'll just have to like flatten both so that they fit kind of like vertically. So one, there. That's basically how it's written. Okay. You probably know how. You probably know what summer is in Japanese. Natsu, right? This is how actually how it's written by itself. So this is natsu. Or no, that hot pink-haired twink from Fairy Tale. Like, I love Natsu Dragneel so much. Like, I love him so much. He's so hot. He's so hot. Not taking him on that. That's good. Anyways, I might end up exploding too. Yes, it's Natsu, like Natsu Dragneel. Although in Fairy Tale, his name is actually in hiragana. Sorry, in katakana. It's like just Natsu. Like Doragunir. Natsu Doragunir. That's like his name. But yeah, so Natsu is how it's read by itself. And then we have another vocabulary. So Natsuyasumi is summer vacation. It's also the title of a 3 OVA Shota Con movie. Like it has like 3 OVAs. It's like, it's one of those classics next to Boku no Pico. I actually there's actually like the trinity of the 3 OVA, Shota films. So you have Boku no Pico, Natsuyasumi, and then there's Enzai. Yep. Anyways, TMI. Sorry. Huh. Okay, next word would be eh. Hi, hi, hi. Yamemasu, yamemasu. I'll stop. So shoka, so which means early summer. It's usually, natsu something. So this is one of those rare ones where we use the onyomi. But yeah, this should be it for now. So we can. How many more? How many more kanji do we have? Oh my god. Let me count. How many do we have here? 11 more. 11 more. Like, bruh. Okay, next kanji would be fish. Like, no kidding. So how do we write this? So we start with this big thingy at the top. And then we have a rice paddy at the center. And then immediately surrounded by 4 short strokes. So there's only one here that you have to write to the left. Like, you have to push like, the stroke is to the left. But the rest are basically to the right. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Fish. So by itself, this is read as sakana. Which is no shit Sherlock fish. So, what about goldfish? Like, literally goldfish. Like, what's the kanji for gold? Kin? And then, however, this is read as kingyo or kingyo. So, yeah. So, either sakara or gyo. So, this is goldfish. Okay, let's have like another word. Ningyo. Mermaid. Although usually it's we just say like mamedo, you know. Okay, another word relating to fish is, oh, you wouldn't expect this. Gyorai. Gyorai. Which is a torpedo. Like literally fish lightning. Who would have expected this, you know? Like, oh, fish, fish, and then torpedo. Okay, so I guess the last vocabulary for now for this kanji So, Uoichiba, so the fish market. So note here, the reading is different from the rest. So be careful, okay? Okay, we good so far? And then next kanji. Like, how many have we done so far? Like, oh my god, this is taking a while. Okay, next kanji is basically the Buddhist temple. So if you know how to write the kanji for time, toki, right? This is actually the right section of the right portion of time. Like, so yeah. But I guess I could teach as well how to write this. This is, so it has like two parts. So one at the top, one at the bottom. So the one at the top is this. The kanji for soil. And then at the bottom is something like this. Sun. So sun is like a bit of like a measurement system. Like a measurement unit. So if you combine these two, you'll have at the top, at the bottom, you have a temple. Okay? If you think about it, a temple is built from the ground using measurements, I guess. I mean, I don't know if that's like a good way of, explaining it. Okay, so by itself this is pronounced read as, this is read as tera. And this is actually like this is usually it's no. We usually use tera to refer to Buddhist temples. Because the Japanese shrines, like the Shinto shrines, are called jinja. Which is different. Oh my god, big brother. but yeah, it's usually this, and then there's like another like name of a temple called Toji. Which, for those who are familiar with this kanji, this means east. So Toji, like, is a name of a temple, which literally means East Temple. Bruh. Sometimes when you see like the literal meanings, you sometimes just can't help but laugh. Kind of funny, right? Oh my god, how many more of this? So how many do we have so far? One, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so let's go for like the eighth kanji. We have 16 today. A lot. I know, it's a lot. I'm sorry. So this kanji means spacious or wide. So to explain this kanji a bit, so we have, we have this enclosure first, and then the hiragana for sorry, the katakana for mu. That's it. It's relatively simple. So spacious or wide, this sounds like an adjective. And we have already encountered this as an adjective before. Hiroi. Which basically means wide or spacious. Okay, so which city in Japan got bombed? Like with a nuclear warhead? Hiroshima. Yep. Ah, I mean, yeah, also Nagasaki, but yeah, I'm not sure how is Nagasaki like written. Mm, something. If I recall correctly, is this? Am I correct? Nagasaki is this? I think. Yeah, I think. Oh well. Okay, so another vocabulary is kokoku. Kokoku. So kokoku is advertise. So an advert. So it's an advertisement or advertisement depending on which English are you using. And then we have hiroba, which means like a square or open space. Like, a town square. So that's it for now for hiroi for spacious or wide. We can finally move on to our second half. Oh my god. Let me just like get a line over here so that I know how to like divide the stuff. Okay, next kanji is yeah, this kanji. So to roll over, so you can think you can split this into two, into two parts. So the left and the right. So the left part is the kanji for a car. Like kuruma, remember this? That's the left part. And the right part is this. So when you combine these two, you have okay. Honestly though, what worked for me when I was learning Japanese is to think of, when I see like a more complex kanji, I split it into parts. Like which part should I write in which order, So we've seen this kanji in a bicycle, jitensha. Oh, there. So we have jitensha, a bicycle, and then we have to tumble, to roll over, to fall down, korobu. So korobu is to tumble or to fall down. Let's have another word. We have untensuru. Untensuru, which means to drive. And then we have kaiten suru, which means to rotate or to revolve. Hence, we have kaiten zushi, meaning revolving sushi, conveyor belt sushi. Okay? I think kaiten is more of like rotate, sorry. I know this is like a lot. You can actually take like a screenshot every time, like just before I move on, like take a screenshot. Might as well. Next kanji. So this kanji means to borrow. Okay, so we have three parts here. So we have the one at the left, on the right upper portion, and the right lower portion. A lot of kanji is like this. So let's go with like the left portion first. So the left portion is the kanji for, this is like the radical for human, hito. So just like water, the radical form of the kanji is a bit different. So that's on the left side. On the upper portion, you have this. And then below, you have day. So if I try to actually like combine them together, I'll have something like ta-da! If I disregard the left part, this kanji means long time ago. This is like bukashi, if you're familiar. Okay. So to borrow, so we're expecting a verb, right? So we're expecting a verb here. So we have kariru. Kariru, to borrow. So how about like a loan, like borrowing money? So borrowed money, this is read as shakin. So which is borrowed money or debt. Okay? And then another word would be so shakchi. So shakchi is rented land or borrowed land. So rented land basically. Okay, I think that's it for now. I know we have 6 more. Okay, take a screenshot. And then I'll move on to the next. So next kanji means to run. So this kanji. So how to write this one? So at the top, so you can split this again. So like top and bottom. Heh, bottom. He. So you can split your, you can split into to something that I want and versus me. Eh. Sorry. So the top portion is soil again. Uh, Oh, I, how do I read this? I'm sorry. Adulther. Oh, 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 oh. Nande? Nande? Naze? どうして？何故？ Why? なんで引っかかるところだった I was... I realized... But yeah, thank you for the follow. 9. 9. 9. I don't think I can ever read that out loud. Like, I hope I'm mistaken though, but anyways, thank you. So yeah, the top portion is soil, and then the bottom portion is this thing. Yeah, apparently this is also another kanji, but by itself, this isn't really used even in the advanced levels of Japanese. So yeah, when you combine these two, you have 1, 2, 3. あ、逃げるんだよ Just run away! フロスティ君もフォローありがとう Thank you for following to Frosty! The snowman? Surf! ありがとうでは、まあ Oh yeah, I almost forgot because so I have this thing where every time someone follows or I get a request to howl in the redeems, I howl. You know? Like, ow! Wolf. 狼らしく、まあまあ、遠吠えしなきゃいけないんだからね。So I've got like 2 during stream, so might as well. First one. せーの。Nice vocal exercise, not gonna lie. Okay, 2つ目 second one せーのはい、以上です。That's it. Thank you so much. Okay, so going back, so you have these two parts. When you combine them, so you have the first part, and then, yep, you ended up having have the kanji to run. You better run, 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 or whatever that K-pop song was. Okay, so by itself, we have it's read as hashiru. Yes, remember that Christmas song from like Fate Grand Order? Hashire sori yo, kaze no yo ni. Yep, hashire. Hashira is different. If I recall correctly, Hashira is... Hold on. No. I forgot the left part, but it's something like that. Oh, it's the wood part on the left one. So on the left one, it's actually something like... Yep, this is hashira. But if you say hashira nai, it becomes something like this. Hashiranai. To not run, basically. Yeah, hashira is a different word entirely. So hashira to run. So yeah. And then we have I don't know why this word exists, but okay. Daso. Daso. Which means a prison escape or a prison break. So daso suru means to escape from prison, basically. Actually, it's just these two, I think. There isn't much when it comes to this kanji, honestly, aside from hashiru to run. Yeah, we can proceed with like the next one, the next kanji. Okay, which is oh, to build. Okay, apparently I got it wrong. so so there are like two parts here. So you have like this one on the left that you'll not be writing first. Don't be like me. Don't write this one first. So the one you'll be writing first is the one on top of it, which is this, this part. Oops, sorry. So you have this part, which rides on top something like this. So if you try to write it more, I guess, more properly, it'll look like something. It look like this. Okay. So you usually write this part on like the upper right section. So if, for example, you have this portion as your writing space, so this right part is where you write the first part of the kanji, which is like this part. And then, okay. Okay, so because the meaning is to build, we're expecting a noun. Sorry, a verb. We're expecting a verb here. I keep writing the wrong one out of a habit. Tateru. So tateru, which means to build. So usually buildings, whatever. Hence, a building is tatemono. Oh, Okaidi, welcome back. So tatemono, which means a building, which is kind of funny because you have tabemono and you have nomimono. So thing you eat, thing you drink, and then a thing you build, a building. Like, oh, okay. Yuha itera. Kind of interesting, right? There's like some cases where, oh, something you build, tatemono. A building is something you build, tatemono. Okay. So tateru, to build, this is a, what do you call it again? A transitive verb. So the intransitive verb is tatsu. So to be built, something is built. Oh, chimpo. Sorry. Sorry. Oh my god. I said it out loud. Oh my god. I said it out loud. I am sorry. Okay, anyways, not to be too distracted, I guess. Ah. Whose fault was it, anyways? So the intransitive form of tateru is tatsu. Uh, but yeah, it's hard to like explain the intricacies. But for example, you're building something, tateru. Something just like is built overnight, for example. You don't know who, but there's the subject, a building being built. Either you don't know by whom. Oh, tatemono ga tatta. Tatsu. Oh, it's built. And then we have Kenkoku. A country is built. That means founding of a nation. Okay? There are like other more like Kenchiku, for example. Kenchiku is like architecture, dot dot dot, but we have more kanji to, Anyways, let's proceed to the next one. Oh my god, the next song is Flipside. Railgun, anyone? Railgun? But yeah, fair enough. This we're already at like the upper basic division Japanese. So if you want like actual like basic Japanese, you may have to check my VODs. My VODs are on YouTube, like previous like lessons and stuff. So all previous lessons should be archived on YouTube. Okay? Like sometimes N5 level is yeah. I also taught like N5 just last week, so that's like the latest, episode, I guess, or latest lesson. I do have like an entire playlist dedicated to that. If you want, I can put it on the comments. Give me one sec. It's just that, my desk has a lot going on. Oh, I go by the same. Yeah, it should be the same. At 69ROU underscore VT. Let me just like check my playlist. So this is for N5. That's like N5, like basic Japanese. And then N4 level, which you know, is this. Okay, so next kanji is ground. So as you can see from like the left portion, that's like soil, right? So it's related. But Rokoro, what is this on the right? I'm not sure, but if for those who have learned Chinese, this is like ye. Also, I think. But yeah, kanji. So you have this one on the left side, soil, and then the right side is 1, 2, 3. So if you combine these two, okay? So first off, oh, okay, for vocabulary relating to the ground, so we have chika. Chika. Chika means underground. It's like ground and then below, so underground. And then if you add tetsu here, you have chikatetsu, which means a subway. And then what else? Oh, chikyu. So chikyu is earth. So far, the reading is chi or ji. Uh, you'll see in a bit. Next one, chizu, which means a map. And then lastly, it happens in Japan quite often. Jishin, which means earthquake. And then we have probably the last one I can introduce for this kanji. Daichi. So either the land or the earth, as like the wideness, basically. That's what's being emphasized here. Okay. We have three more kanji. Three more. Okay? Three more. Just three more. Gambatte kudasai. Like, just a bit more, everyone. Okay, next one is so place. This may be a bit tricky. Like, maybe, maybe not. But definitely on the left side is the radical for earth, for soil. So that so we have that one, and then on the right side above, on the upper right is, and then lower right is this entire thing. One, two. Okay. So if we try to combine them together, this becomes there. Okay. So I'll try make it a bit bigger for practice. So we have one, two, and then on like a line here, and then there. Yatta! So we've seen this from somewhere earlier. Hiroba. So this is one of those vocabulary from earlier, so I won't be redundant, I guess. So first off, let's go for basho. So basho, which means place. Like any place in general. So how about like a stadium? Kaijo. It could be like a hall or a stadium. And then another one. Ichiba. So Ichiba is actually a market. Okay? And then how about Chushajo. So chushajo is a parking garage or parking space. So chusha is parking basically. Chusha suru is to park your car. So yeah, maybe another one just for the lulz. Senjo. Senjo. A battlefield or war zone. So yeah. For some reason I remember this. Like why? Okay, two more kanji. The penultimate, second to the last. I know a lot of you have this fetish. So we now have the kanji for foot or leg. So this has like two parts. So the first part at the top, so the top part is basically just like a box. And then the second part, the one at the bottom, is just this. Okay? So if you connect the two, you'll have so box at the top, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? And I think my app froze again. Oh, there. Are you back? Okairi? Okairi? No? Again? Why do I have to close this every time? Like, what's happening? Okay, it's loading, so might as well like write something in the meantime. Oh, I know why. Because I have this I place limits on my phone usage after a certain time. It's already like 10 p.m. on my time zone. And I have like my limit set from 10. So yeah, I ignored the limit for now, just for today. But yeah, so we have this kanji for foot or leg. So by itself, it's ashi. Which means, yeah, foot or leg. Which is funny because there's like another word which is oh inu either you have this or this. This is the more common one though. Onna. So the rule of thumb for onna is to write onna is kuno ichi. Like ku no ichi. Those are like the strokes you need. So ku no ichi. Because kunoichi is a female ninja. So we have For some reason, it uses the kanji for foot, tasu, which means to add. Like, huh. You know what? So that I'm not hallucinating, let me check. No, I wasn't hallucinating. I was right. To add. So this is like addition. Like to add numbers. And then we have a tariru. So to be enough. So if you want to say it's not enough, tarimasen, tarinai. I think that's it for now. For this kanji, foot or leg, it's usually just ashi. And then last kanji for today. Last kanji for today. Oh my god. Yatta. This means to pass or to commute. Okay, so how do we write this? So we have this bit on like the lower right, lower left, right? This entire bit, right? But let's ignore that for now. So the one at the top consists of two parts. So we have one, ma, basically, and then two. So that should be on the upper right side. And then you put in this. This kanji looks familiar, right? This is similar to michi. Like the last two strokes you put in this kanji is the same. So yeah, let's try that again. So you have ma, and then this, there. Okay, so as for the vocabulary for this kanji, so first one is toru, toru, which means to pass through or to go through. Like toru. Cake. Not quite, but close, I guess. Sound wise, maybe. Like what do you want to say? Oh, excuse me, coming through. Sumimasen, torimasu, torimasu, toruzo. Something like that. So that's like to pass. How about to commute? It's this word. Kayo. Kayo means to commute. Okay. So with that, actually, to commute, so we have tsukin. So let's next word, kayo. あえっと So tsukin is commuting to work. And then how about so there's another word similar to this. So tsugaku, which means going to school or commuting to school. So both tsukin and tsugaku use tsu as the meaning as the word for to commute, okay? Okay, you may have seen this sign before, which is give me one sec. Tsukodome. You may have seen this. Have you watched Hatarak Saibo? Like Cells at Work? Have you watched Cells at Work? There's one part of the anime where the oh commuting to school, so it'll be so students commuting to school, so it'll be している 学生. Or if it's plural, you know, atachi. Yeah, it's usually like that. 通学している学生たち. So in that case, you'll have to use the teiru form, which is in one of like my previous lessons. Okay, tsukodobe is like no entry or do not pass through. Yeah. As I actually like mentioned here, yep, using sentence to qualify nouns. So the sentence qualifier usually comes first due to the nature of the Japanese language. Unlike in English where the verb being described is the first one to, you know, to be mentioned in the sentence. So for Japanese, it's like the sentence qualifier, then the noun being qualified. For English, it's the noun being qualified, then the qualifying sentence or the qualifying what's it called, clause. But yeah, I think yeah, 3 hours is probably like a stretch for a learning stream. I know this is like a lot. But yeah, for everyone who has, it's at the same level of as Chinese, honestly. Like Nihongo is complicated, but you can always learn, Hence you just learn like a few things at a time. Like you don't have to deal with like the complications early on. Go slowly. You can start with like the simple stuff and then try to like take in more knowledge as you go on. That's it. But yeah, I think it's a good time for us to finish this stream. So yeah, classes are done for today. Yeah, I know we did a lot of kanji. Like, no, I'm sorry. But yeah, I think yeah, for the ones that you missed, yeah, I would recommend just going for like the vods. This VOD though, it may take a while for me to upload this on YouTube. So in the meantime, you can check the other ones, you know. But yeah, let me drink something like water. I don't think I'll be teaching German anytime soon. I don't even know a lick of German. Like, if there's anything that I can probably teach, is math. But yeah. So for those who are interested in a copy of this, like, of this, I'll be uploading it in my Discord server. So relevant link should be somewhere in my Twitch profile. Oh, you're from the Philippines. Nice, nice, nice. Oh my god, there's like a bunch of you. なんか、フィリピンからの人多くない？なんか多くね？ちょっと怖いですけれど。いやいや、違う違う違う。冗談です。Anyways. I hope, you make that your, what you call it, inspiration to learn Japanese. And we'll be welcome to have you in that journey. But yeah, thank you so much for you attending, and hopefully you took notes. Hopefully. I don't know though. But yeah, who do we raid for today? あと誰をレイドしましょうか? So let's check who to raid. Arigato. I can't like check a bunch of things right now, so I'm not really, I can't I can't check, but who do we raid? おすすめ。Please suggest who do I raid? Otherwise, I'll just go for like the ones I'm currently following, I guess. But oh, okay. Okay. So we have someone who did not attend the Japanese stream. なんかサボった人がいる。サボってた人がいる。彼をレイドしましょう。So let's raid him. No, just kidding. So before that, here's like the raid message. So feel free to copy paste. And today we'll be raiding Razor Fur. So yeah, with that, today's classes is over. Thank you for coming, and I'll see you on Thursday in 2 days. I know I've been playing just Genshin for the past week or so, but yeah, I just want to be able to catch up with the story of Not Cry. はい、実はですね、1週間も、多分3週間も、ゲーシンやり続けると思いますが、やっぱりね、などくらいの、メインストーリーを進めたいと思います。Is anything real? Is anything real at this point? I mean, I have hair. But yeah, I'll see you in 2 days. ありがとうみんな。ありがとう迷惑者たちよ。そして、次の配信またお会いしましょうね。えへ。Aw, don't worry, there's like next time. Okay? Japanese lessons are like once once a week, I think. Eh.